Crusaders Pregame is brought to you by Maxwell, Devonshire Realty, where real estate happens.
And welcome inside Crusaders Pregame. Dave and Zach with you again, as always. 18-2. Now the Sherwood Park Crusaders are, after dropping one 3-1 against the Spruce Grove Saints, their proximity rivals, on Friday night at the Sherwood Park Arena. And we talked a lot about it during the broadcast. We talked about it before the broadcast. We talked about it after the broadcast. Does the season start until you play the Spruce Grove Saints? And the comments from the other side, they don't seem to believe that there's a rivalry. But if you watch the end of the game, I might disagree on that.
Yeah, a bit of a post-game scrum, and not the type you'd expect from a hockey club, as the two teams exchanged some words that could prove interesting heading into tomorrow night's matchup in Spruce Grove. But looking into this one, a tighter checking game than I think we were expecting. It almost seemed like each team was almost afraid to make that next mistake or that first mistake that led to a goal. And can we just talk about Matt Davis? We talked about him and Geilander being in the top three in the league, and Matt Davis cemented that here tonight at the Sherwood Park Arena. An unbelievable save on Carter Savoy, one that we, on the broadcast, we called a Save of the Year candidate, and he's proven to be an NHL draft prospect that could make some noise come June. But the Sherwood Park Crusaders had their chances. 39 shots against the goaltender, only getting the one by on Mike Benning, a blast from the point. But other than that, a better game for Spruce Grove than I think the Sherwood Park Crusaders wanted to let them have. But heading into tomorrow night, it could be a testy one.
Yeah, Matt Davis, sensational between the pipes. We talked about that, the battle coming in, him and Carter Geilander. Not that Carter Geilander didn't play well, but I think Davis and his defense, especially in the third period of those shots, were limited for Sherwood Park. I think his defense definitely helped that out a lot as well. And waiting on some supplementary discipline. We don't know what's going to happen with that late game scrum. We'll find out as the day does wear on, as this is being recorded Friday night. So as it goes into Saturday, we'll find out what happened there. So Zach, as we talked about, as you saw in the game, the three goal scorers, Bodrenchuk, Chin, and Bassnet for Spruce Grove, and for Sherwood Park, Benning was able to find the net. Special teams, neither team was able to capitalize as well. And I think for Sherwood Park, the one thing maybe that they would want to do differently heading into the game on Saturday night is try to get more of those second chance opportunities on Matt Davis, which the Spruce Grove defense really suffocated around the net.
Yeah, it seemed like they'd get one shot and then it would exit the zone. One shot, exit the zone. And the few times they did get those flurries of chances, Matt Davis had to stand on his head. Spruce Grove, very talented in general, but very good at suffocating those secondary chances. A lot of the times you hear the goaltender, you can let your goaltender make the first and second, but there shouldn't be a third or fourth opportunity. A lot of the times with this Spruce Grove team, there's only one opportunity and you have to make it count. So for Sherwood Park, I'd expect a more of a net crashing type of game, just kind of throwing bodies in front and seeing what happens, and hopefully maybe seeing a couple bounce in off some areas that maybe they wouldn't normally.
Yeah, that Spruce Grove Saints, you never count them out at all. Last year, they kind of, not coasted, but I'd say Bonnyville and Sherwood Park were the dominant teams of the year, and then the Saints came alive on the late stretch there for sure. Ethan Edwards was phenomenal for Spruce Grove, and on the Sherwood Park side, defensively, I think they want to be better in their own zone.
We came into this one expecting as you called it, a barn burner, but we got a tight checking 3-1 game. Who knows, tomorrow could be another one of these, or we could see a 7-3 scoreline or something. So it's up to you, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night at the Grand Few Arena.
The rivalry is alive and well. I think there is a bit of a rivalry there. Oh, yes. Potentially does exist, be it as it may. So 7 o'clock broadcast time in Spruce Grove. Brandon Wancheshin will have the play-by-play for that at the Grand Few Arena. On behalf of Zach Marks, our cameraman Matt, thanks so much for watching the Maxwell Devonshire Realty pregame show. We'll see you next time.
Crusaders Pregame is brought to you by Maxwell, Devonshire Realty, where real estate happens.